Parkway could be out of jobs if the state goes through with the plan. Union officials have offered wage concessions, which they say would save up to $12 million. They say the authority has refused to bargain. Commissioner Troy Singleton says that was a problem for him and other commissioners who still have unanswered questions about what can be done to save toll collectors' jobs. Reporting for WNBC News, this is Nicole Israel.
Bullying is a ballooning problem that is gaining attention in communities all across the country, even the world. And now professors at one New Jersey college are addressing some of the less publicized faces of bullying. Lisa Wojtycki reports.
Stop bullying. Powerful words, but it's not so easy. According to Ramapo professor Robert Sproul, 160,000 children miss school every day because they are bullied.
There is certainly bullying of people who are gay and lesbian, but there's an awful lot of bullying that's around stereotypes that assume people are gay or lesbian, and they may not be.
Sproul's discussion was on gender variance and bullying. He says those who are identified as gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender are bullied twice as much as those who actually are.
The recent Kobe Bryant incident, where he called a referee by a very insulting gay derogatory term, and then kind of blew it off and said, well, I'm sorry if anyone was offended, but it was just said it in the heat of anger, and that doesn't fly. That really doesn't fly.
In light of New Jersey's recently passed Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights, there was also a seminar on how the law responds to bullying.
Bullying as a criminal issue has really only become an issue most recently, only the past few years, and most specifically in the past few months in New Jersey since Tyler Clementi's death.
Most recently, the suspect in the Clementi case, Darun Ravi, was indicted on 15 charges. The new legislation requires administrators to investigate reported incidents of bullying, even if they are off school grounds. Professionals agree the next step is bringing parents into the discussion.
Whether or not children should be suspended from schools or expelled, but it doesn't yet spell out how many offenses, how often, the ages of children, etc.
The school says the conference is an interdisciplinary effort aimed at direct service providers in mental health and education. In the audience were members of law enforcement as well as educators, but also part of this discussion is developmental issues among young children.
My research is about how children solve problems involving physical risk. Also look at how they use perceptual information in terms of the slant of the slope as well as social information. So I have their mothers either encouraging or discouraging them and seeing like when do they listen? You know, do they always listen to their moms or is it only certain times?
So it's also looking at the relationship with the parent?
Yes, okay. So definitely.
Ishak studies children ranging from 16 months to 8 years old. While she does not research bullying, Sproul says it's only a few years later in the 7th grade when the issue arises.
The end of bullying will happen when we can empathize affectively. In other words, when we can feel what other people feel, and that's what we're trying to do.
He says attention to this issue is a long time coming.
I'm happy in general that there's such focus on this finally. Finally, 12 years after Columbine, we're taking this seriously.
Sproul students started a group on campus called You Are Not Alone. Students tell their stories and emphasize the fact that people have to be careful with their behavior. Reporting from Ramapo College in Mahwah, I'm Lisa Wojtycki for WNBC News.
Homeowners in Union County are literally breathing a sigh of relief tonight now that ground